Testing. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here. Time to ground. This is a stunning view of Busan. I've never been here before. Puppy. That's a cute ass dog. There's like some type of statue right there that looks really cool. I don't know how much detail you guys can see it in. It's kind of crazy being back here and working on my video. We are staying on base at Yongsan, which is like the Korean military base, which I actually grew up for a year of my life at. It was weird because I was like editing my video. It was a sponsored video that I probably should have just done before I came to Korea. But here we are, going with the flow of the universe and what happens, whatever. I was staying up like every night to edit that video and like work on it whenever I could. I would like bring my backpack along. And it was so weird because I remember like literally being in high school, like one of the first times I consciously remember coming back to Korea. And I remember like staying up late to do the exact same thing when I was like, I don't know, it had to be like before 2014. I probably have like a Korea haul, literally like a Korea makeup haul. So I was doing the exact same thing 10 years ago, but this time I actually get paid for it. So it's kind of cool just to see that. And I guess it's also just like good things take time. And I still feel like I'm kind of in the beginning of like my journey as a creator. It's evolved so much. Like 10 years ago, no one freaking did YouTube, or it wasn't cool at all. Now it's like a whole ass career path, and like there are a million ways to make money as a creator online, which I'm trying to tap into. I've never really prioritized the money part of it. It's just always been like something I love to do, and I still love to do it. And even back then I knew that I would probably be doing this in 10 years. So it's kind of cool to see that pay off a little bit. And I don't know, I really just clearly don't do it for the money. I just love to make these little videos. So I guess that's the beauty of traveling and going back to places. It's really weird because I've been a digital nomad and just bopping around for like a really long time, just like leaving home and going to New York or going to like Florida to see my parents, or going to DC to see my sister, or going to Texas. Well, that was the first time I went to Texas. But every time I go like somewhere new, you're kind of saying goodbye to the place that you're at. But then it's kind of beautiful to get to revisit that place, and you see that life continues even when you're not there, which is sad and beautiful at the same time. Like you can still come back to it, but you're also leaving it. You're like leaving it for a different life, and you think everything is over, but no, you just come back and life has continued and life goes on. And I guess that's how it works. Maybe there's like a bigger lesson or statement in detachment. I think I've gotten pretty good at detachment, whether that's like, I don't know, in spirituality it's always like kind of seen as a good thing, but sometimes I think I can see it as a bad thing. I'm just like talking to myself. This is a good way to vlog though. It's very less in your face, and it's just a nice way to talk and not feel like I'm being a public nuisance by filming myself. Oh yeah, this is nice. I don't know, oh well, today was the only sunny day, but I'm like, why didn't I do this earlier? I'm gonna move you guys closer just in case you can't see it. There you go. Man, I should really connect to my Korean culture. It is a pretty big part of my life, like Korean food, Korean culture. Like there are a lot of like, Paul Stamets called it two-eyed seeing when I saw him at Summit speaking. I also kind of think it's crazy. I think we're at a really interesting point in history. Not too long ago, racial mixing was illegal. Like not too long ago, we had segregation. We're at like a really interesting point in time where it's like you can still find a lot of like homogenous people, like 100% Korean people. And even like cousins, my cousins who are just like 10 years older than I am, they just had a different world experience. But now it's kind of cool to be like Hapa, half Asian. I think we're at a point in time where it's like we are kind of like the first socially acceptable half people, where before you just had people that stuck with their own races. I think that's a very interesting, we're at a pivotal point in history for so many things, but I think that race is one of them, and that contributes to it. Like I think in the future we're just gonna have a bunch of like mixed people, and I think that will solve racism. My dad kind of disagrees. He's like, I think there are going to be places that are always going to be pretty homogenous. But even for the birth rate of Korea, it's like if Korea doesn't continue increasing their birth rate, the birth rate is at a decline. The aging population is greater than the birthing population currently. What other points do I think we're at an interesting point in time? Technology, freedom of consciousness, raising consciousness, collective consciousness, quantum physics, quantum entanglement. I've kind of been in my rest stage. I'm now entering my sprint stage. I'm really most excited about my podcast, which I've really put on the back burner because I've been trying to maintain my YouTube. This is like where I'm getting my livelihood from, my brand deals. But I really think that I'm most excited about my podcast, and I honestly think it has like a lot of potential. Kaja time. So I'm really trying to prioritize that. Another thing about traveling, which I'm not complaining about because I actually really wanted this for myself. Like, I have the ultimate freedom in my life. I've been able to save up money. I was like, I need to go like travel and do stuff because I do want to have kids. I don't stress about it that much. But now that I'm 27, I'm like, okay, these are probably some of my last years of ultimate freedom. And I've been wanting to travel. So I'm glad that I've just been bopping around, and I really have been. But it also doesn't allow for like a lot of stability. I'm proud of myself, honestly, for doing what I have in the last year with what I've been doing. Like, I feel like I've really been going with the flow, but also doing work and like making videos and like earn money. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'm really excited. Like, I feel like I've put in the work over like the last like 10 years of like learning how to make videos, meeting other people, learning my own style. Like, I've really been doing this for a while, and I feel like it's all kind of culminating into like this moment, this go time. People are literally just like watching me, and that would really dissuade me before. But I think I just have gained some type of confidence or like some type of purpose and mission. I think this last year has actually given me a purpose with my channel. I think a lot of like moments in my life have been culminating to this very moment in time, which is really strange and beautiful. So those are kind of just my floating thoughts, my plans. I'm super excited for summer. Oh, I didn't even say what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm trying to do some group content, and a ton of creators, a ton of Creator Camp kids are going to be in New York this summer. So I'm trying to spend some time there. Like, rising tide lifts all boats. Like, I think you can literally be integrated into the algorithm. So I'm really trying to explore that further, and I think I'm in a really good position where I think people really trust me because I think I'm a pretty trustworthy person. I think I have good intentions. I'm not super selfish, and I think that there's a detriment to that. I think I could use like a little bit more selfishness and look out for myself a little bit more. But in a situation where it's like, oh, who could do and organize like all this group content and have people actually want to get involved, and like someone that everyone can trust to handle things, I'm like, that's kind of me. I'm also trying to spend some time in Alaska. I'm trying to, this is like all a part of my 10-year plan, so maybe this is just me manifesting my like future goals. I'm really interested in helping like Alaska build their tourism. I think the future of the Alaskan economy could be tough. So I think tourism would be a great way. And also we're in a new solar cycle for the next 10 years. And I really think tourism could pop off, meaning that there's like going to be Northern Lights more than ever before, in my lifetime at least, in the next 10 years. So I am interested in promoting tourism to Alaska in a sustainable and like respectful way. So I'm really interested in that. I'm going to spend some time making some videos in Alaska. Alaska tourism and like social media marketing is still really behind. Like, that's kind of the thing I love about Alaska. It's like 10 years behind technologically, which can be challenging. It's also cool, and the path is being paved. Like, I think it's really important to give back to your community, and it's not even just me. It's like, it's just like a sense of obligation that I have. Like, I used to volunteer all the time at the museum. There's literally a picture of me by the bathrooms. I should go check it out. But I don't know, I've always had this sense of obligation to like, you know, family or community, like where you come from, slowly but surely. Yeah, like even bringing like different YouTubers, even just like I think it's even helpful for the art of other YouTubers, like, who have big followings. Like, you don't realize, like, how much pressure that is on someone and actually how many eyeballs and how much influence they have sometimes. And so being able to just, like, have an escape for people and artists, I think is actually really crucial too. So bringing people to Alaska, which I think if you do it in the right way, can like really reset and be like very relaxing and even transformative. I journal like almost every day, every other day, but I'm really trying to get more into writing. So I'm trying to do that as well. Those are all the things that I'm trying to do right now. It's a lot. Oh, and also try to figure out where I want to live after summer. I would like to move. It's dark now. This is kind of fun. Maybe I'll do more of these in the future. Take my little wireless mics to random spots because the audio is pretty good. Like, I'm kind of amazed. I'm gonna go inside. Thank you for listening to my little impromptu podcasting session. Hopefully the next one, I will have clear sinuses. So stay tuned for all that is to come. Okay, bye.